This is our presentation on COVID-19 vaccines, and it's by Jack Holson, Matt Kolnick, and Evan Seiss.
Okay, so the history and development of RNA vaccines. While it may seem like we came up with these overnight, the technology was started over 40 years ago. Starting in 1978, Katalin Karakoum and her partner Drew Weissman worked with mRNA, and eventually their work caught the attention of researchers and professors who started a company called Moderna. Using mRNA, they especially worked with the flu, but when the COVID-19 pandemic hit, they immediately tried to switch the recipe, which took only 48 hours. Testing then began to get the vaccine approved. How the RNA vaccines work. The mRNA vaccines give instructions for our cells to create a spike protein, which is the same as the ones that COVID cells use to infect. The vaccine goes into the person's arm, and the mRNA tells the cells to create a spike protein. Then the cells realize this protein isn't supposed to be here, so they create an immune response. In the end, this process helps us to not get the virus while never exposing us to COVID-19. How the viral vector vaccines work. These vaccines use a modified version of the virus to teach our cells how to fight off the real virus, while never actually exposing us to the virus. The harmless virus enters the cell and creates a spike protein that is the same as the one on the surface of the real virus. The body then realizes that this protein shouldn't be there, so it triggers the immune system to produce antibodies. In the end, these antibodies will protect us from the virus and any side effects just showing up. And this shows that the vaccine is working.
Efficacy. Clinical traits suggest high efficacy for COVID-19 vaccines, but evaluation of vaccines' effectiveness against severe outcomes in the real-world settings and populations at high risk, including older adults as needed. The total efficiency percentage of a community is 95.1%. Herd immunity. Herd immunity or community immunity is when a large part of a population of an area is immune to a disease. If enough people are resilient to the cause of the disease, such as a virus or a bacteria, it has nowhere else to go. While not every single individual may be immune, the group as a whole has protection. This is because there are fewer risks of people overall.
How new viral strains develop and what we will think will happen with the vaccine. So based on my understanding of mutations, I believe that the DNA sequence of COVID-19 keeps changing, and whether it be a substitution, a deletion, or insertion, which are all types of mutations, or any other kind of mutation, it's all being affected, and most of those mutations go undetected, and every so often one of those mutations will produce a new variant that's basically a worse COVID, where it's better at infecting people and making them sick. And the vaccines produce a strong immune system response, so that even if the vaccines aren't as great against those new variants, they will still have some protection. But the vaccines do target the spike protein, and if the structure of the spike protein gets mutated drastically, then the vaccine may not work as well. But still, that immune system response still will help protect.
These are our sources.
Thank you for watching. Hope you learned something new about vaccines.
See y'all later.